Hello everybody, Archie here with another episode of Broken Cards of Hearthstone. So yeah, new expansion of when for Hearthstone arrived, and you know what that's mean. That means it's a time once again talk about what kind of cards which are broken by or game breaking are here, and I'm pretty sure there is few which I didn't go too much to the details, so I actually checked them all, but I don't remember everything. So we will see how this goes. For people who didn't see my previous broken card videos, these are basically cards which are broken. And broken can be many things. Broken can be just overpowered, or they can be broken by different ways. So they basically have effect which suggest they make no sense or something like this. That's just a quick information for people who didn't see my previous videos. So let's do this. So as usual, I wanna start with the first class and then we move from there. Okay, so let's start with Jade Idol. Or I don't know if I pronounced this correctly. Okay, so yeah, these jade idols, I actually didn't know what these jade golems exactly are, but I learned each new is basically stronger variant. Interesting thing about this is it can be silent because supposedly it's supposed to be like its own card, not just buff, which means it cannot be silent. Which is an interesting idea, but at the same time, I think this concept it's kind of broken because if you have just one gun, that's not too much. But if you have multiple of these cards and these guns, the Jade's guns, which you call getting stronger and stronger, and if you basically base your entire deck just about this feature, then you can get some cards which is ridiculously powerful. So I think it's an interesting concept, but at the same time it's also very broken because it's really overpowered, and I think it can actually be probably even worse than Cthulhu. This is something which I predict. Like I like the idea, concept is awesome, but at the same time it's kind of broken. I would I would actually think how this feature should work should be like there would be basically two type of jade golem, like normal standard jade golem and like advanced one. And the basic one will be like some this really one minion, and the basic one will be much stronger. Let's say 5/5 and let's say count. And instead of getting bonus and each golem being stronger, instead you have like increasing probability you summon advanced golem over normal one. This basically can make this power become a little more like control, a little more like a little more well not as overpowered. I mean I like the concept but I think it's pretty overpowered and I really spent so much time talking about this because I don't want to repeat myself every time when I point some Jade Golem. So yeah, I like the concept, but I think it's OP like a lot. Okay, let's move on. Here we have another card, Mark of the Lotus, which I think it's also pretty overpowered because this card is basically like a druid power of the wild. It has only one option to do what you can do with the card, but it's giving you basically the same bonus for one mana, which is really strong. I think it's actually super strong. Like there used to be times where basically a card for one crystal, basically giving you just +1 to only single minion. And now we have cards which do +1/+1 to everyone. That's just crazy. That is, I mean, again, I like the idea having like druid more bonuses, but this is, I think that's too much. I understand the fact they basically trying like pushing better cards with every time when new expansions come, because they basically give you a motivation like this could be better. But if they continue this direction, then eventually one day there is possible we can see card which is twice or even 4 times stronger than this. And I don't think this is a good idea. I think they should go and do like something a little more creative instead of giving like bigger and bigger bonuses with each expansion. So yeah, I think it's overpowered. It's not as bad as this, but I think it's still OP. Now we have Autocrat if friendly minion has 5 or more attack gain +2/+2. That is actually interesting card. Okay, it's okay, I understand. It's a minion, um not spell. So this card has decent stats for its price, and on top of that, doing this. So basically, it's like a priest on steroids, but only for like I mean you have the limitation, but I really don't understand like the concept. Like Soulstone Dreamer, that name sounds very abstract, so it could be pretty much anything, but I just don't understand this mechanic. Like I don't know. I think it's slightly overpowered. Well, not slightly. Summon Jade Blossom, which well again it's overpowered because Jade Golem, so no need too much thought about this. This is interesting. Let's red power. Did I say that correctly? I don't know. Um, this card can be crazy powerful. Depends on circumstances. I think it's really overpowered because, well, on one side, here is the thing. On one side, this card can give you like massive boost of power, but at the same time, in order to work, you need multiple minions on board, which I mean, this card is definitely powerful and probably even really overpowered. But at the same time, it's a little situational, so I think it's slightly overpowered. I'm not sure. Like, only time can do what people can do with this card, but I think it's slightly overpowered. Now we have this thing which give friendly beast. Well, it's more option for beast do it, that's for sure. But it's overpowered. Well, maybe slightly, but it's not terrible. I think this card is relatively okay. Summon Jade Golem again. Jade Golems, I already said what I think about this. Now we have this card, which is a little weird actually. Choose 10 the armor or refresh your crystals. Due to the fact this card costs 10 mana, it is basically 7/7 card for free. Which I'm pretty sure most people probably use to refresh your crystals. I mean, if you have that card which can trigger both effects, And this card can be really good, but it's pretty much this card is pretty much 7-7 for 0. Unless you are in a situation where like your hero take a lots of damage, and you about to lose your game, and in order to save yourself, you have basically no other options but to gain an armor which can actually save you. But with exception of this situation, like everyone played the probably first option, and basically it's give you 7-7 card for free, which is crazy powerful. It's super overpowered and super broken because it's basically 7-7 card for free, and that is not okay with me. Like if this card do something like else, I don't know exactly. Like maybe if it'd be better if this card like giving you something else, but refresh your mana crystals not way too much. That is super overpowered. Okay, let's move the hunter. So we have this card, which is basically 2/1/1 beast for price of one, which is basically like weaker version of Druid Enchanted Raven because it can be it's vulnerable against against cards against area attacks such as Arcane Explosion and such. But in a hand of Hunter, this can be really annoying, and also this Juggler probably will be even more annoying with this. Then we have this thing, which there's this new mechanic give these in your hand ++2, which by itself, this mechanism, I think it's overpowered. I don't. I mean, yeah, giving you some random benefit, but at the same time, those buffs are even when they are randomized, they are still really powerful. A little unpredictable, but still does make them. That is basically what, what as usual Blizzard do is basically using randomness of the card as excuse, make them stronger than they should be. And I don't like this mechanic. I think it's I think it's overpowered. It actually doesn't matter. I mean, there are some cards which can get some additional benefit from this feature, but at the same time, even when it's a little unpredictable, I think it's still OP because these bonuses are way too high for this price. And I think this actually make hunters like really annoying, like even more than they already are. I think it's probably cause the people start like play a priest art and basically almost every time equip a tons of silence because other than that I cannot imagine how else you can conquer something like this. And that is like basically too many cards and some other cards have this mechanic as well and I don't like it. I think it's OP. Okay, we have this thing, which is basically the same thing. This is one of those cards which again can profit from this. I mean, it has that's a relatively low comparison price, but at the same time, it's really dangerous card, especially in the hands of priest. We have this, which again is same thing pretty much. We have this thing, which again it's the same thing. And then we have this thing, and I can imagine, like, for Honduras, this card is pretty much dream come true. But for me, it's like nightmare come true because one of the things which make hunters really annoying, they usually go after your face, which means they are sometimes forced to ignore your enemies, like your minions, to leave them behind, and they can basically sacrifice the removing your minions in order to give you much damage in the face as possible, which means they can either hit your hero or your beast or your minions. This card can basically let them do both things at the same step. On top of that, this can effectively double the damage output for this card, which make it really overpowered. I think I think this card should have it be probably less overpowered if have a lower stats. I think the stats it's an interesting mechanism here, but I think it's the stats of this minion are way too hard, way too high. On top of that, this card is a beast which by itself mean it's gonna receive some massive buffs. So one thing which I actually don't think this card is too bad. It's actually interesting card, but I think this card should have lower stat and don't have a beast status because right now, how it's in right now, this card will be extremely painful, and especially when it's combined with these other bonuses or with bonuses which Hunter already have. This card can be extremely pain to deal with, and I hate this card already. I mean, this card giving me a reason to hate Huntress even more than I already am. This card will be insane pain in the butt, and I wish this card be nerfed because this card can be incredibly annoying. Because you Hunter basically can use this card to basically destroying your minions while same time going after your face, which is most annoying strategy which I know and I hate it. And this card basically like make it even worse. This card for me is a literally nightmare. I think it's overpowered. I think it will be much better if stats was lower and if this card don't be a beast. But unfortunately, Blizzard don't think so. And yeah, this card is terribly overpowered. I hate it already, and I don't even have. Uh, I already don't think I'm lucky enough to play against this thing, and I'm really scared about this card. It look like something would be extremely painful to deal with. And now we have a piranha launcher, which is a weapon. I'm have kind of mixed feelings about this thing. Well, first and most important, it's let you hit enemy 4 times every time dealing 2 damage, which means that's 8 damage total. But of course, it's also not create 4-1-1 piranhas, which I'm pretty sure are beasts. Um, on one side, this weapon is overpowered. I don't think it's overpowered more than other cards. But at the same time, this card, even it's make no sense, it's make me laugh a lot because it's very funny. It's like ridiculously funny. Like you ever even can come to the idea like doing something weapon which is silly, something like this. I mean, it's impossible. It makes no sense. It's overpowered, but it's still hilarious. So yeah. So that is Hunter. So I covered Druid and a Hunter, and in next episode we continue with the Mage because there is still a few more cards. So yeah, we definitely have this mechanic with Jade Guardians, which as I said, I think it's good idea, but it's overpowered. And then we have this thing which is bonuses random, and I think it's also overpowered. So only like card which is like really bad to me is this one. Other than that, nothing like terrible. Like only time can show how broken these cards. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe people don't play Jade Idol too much because, as far as I remember, I was thinking like, okay, that is only a matter of time because before somebody basically create Jade purely Jade deck similar, and I was convinced at the time somebody do exactly the same thing too. At the same time, I actually didn't see anybody like doing a similar deck as this one. I mean, people play usually like few cards, good cards like this one, like 3 or 4 cards. I don't. I think I'm like one of the few people who are crazy enough, basically, fill almost entire deck with cartoons card because like you really don't need to explain bonuses to get like cartoon like super powerful. Like he is 10 card, which means technically, even if you reach just 10 cartoon, then that is enough. I mean, his basic stats are really low, but he gets these buffs and he can go really high, which means he basically needs about being like 10 card, and that is enough being good card, which is worth of his price. So basically, you need pretty much just these 2 cards to doing so. And if you want to go slightly beyond that, then you can play this card, these 2 cards, and these 2 cannon, and the turn can be already like super powerful. So you really don't need too many Cthulhu cards for doing so. And I was convinced, like, wow, when this feature will be released, and people like doing exactly this, but they didn't. But despite of that, it still work. It's Cthulhu is still one of the most powerful strategy in a game, and there's still many people who playing it, and I think it's still overpowered. And I think pretty much same thing happened with these Jade Dawn. People probably play few of them, and I have a feeling I will be pretty much only one who basically make a pure Jade Dawn, and I can promise you this will happen. This kind of deck I definitely want to create. I don't know when because currently I'm working on different deck, but we will see how things go. So I don't know. It depends. The overpoweredness of this mechanism basically depends how much crazy you go with that, and yeah, only time can show how much if I was right or wrong. So yeah, I think this is everything which I want to cover for this episode. So that was first part. Next time we will continue with the mage. And who's next? Paladin. Okay, mage and paladin. And yeah, I'm I'm ready to end this one. So thanks for your time as always. And I hope I will see you later when we continue with the mage card, which I can do probably tomorrow. I don't know. We will see. So yeah, next time.